Welcome Aviators, this is lesson 11 of the Aspire to Fly series. Today's lesson is revisiting maneuvers. I'm a student pilot with a passion for flying and I want you to see what it's like to inspire you to go to flight school as well. Do not use this video as an instructional tool for entertainment purposes only. This is the pre-flight inspection. In the pre-flight inspection, we check the interior by checking the control wheels, parking brakes, flight controls, make sure they're correct, checking that we have the fire extinguisher, the tow bar, and all the documents needed. We also check the electrical switches and we check the flight display to make sure everything's right. What you can see me doing now is checking the fuel quantity. That tank was at 19 gallons. Now I'm taking off the ties and checking the wheels and the brakes to make sure everything looks right. Now I'm checking the oil quantity, and that is called an oil dipstick. Now I'm checking the propeller, the air inlets, and then the main nose gear. What you see me doing there is checking the fuel to make sure everything is right and there's no water in it or debris. Then I just checked the right fuel tank and that had 15 gallons in it. I'm taking off the tie down on the right wing and then checking the fuel from the right tank. I check the wingtips, the lights, and then I check the flaps and the aileron as you see me doing there. And then you go to the back plane, check the stabilizer, and then take off the tie down. Then you can hop in the plane and get ready for your interior. After you do your pre-flight inspection and your walk around, you want to start doing your before starting engine checklist. That consists of making sure the doors are locked and closed, the seats and seat belts are adjusted, locked and fastened. You also want to make sure everything's right with the plane. And then after you get all that stuff done, you can go ahead and start the plane, which is what I'm going to be doing now. So to start the plane, you want to press the engine start button, which I'm doing with my left finger, and then I am increasing the mixture. This is the fuel mixture that's adding fuel into the engine. And then shortly after you start your engine, you want to set your throttle to 1000 RPM. What I'm doing now is getting my after start checklist, and what an after start checklist does is getting everything set up for takeoff, and then getting your ATIS, which is your airport information. It sounds like this.
2 gust 18, visibility 10, 2 clouds at 3000, temperature 31, dew point 21, altimeter 3003. Visual approach in use arriving and departing runway 23. VFR departing aircraft requesting rate of flight following or clearance through the class Charlie airspace. Advise ground control prior to taxi. Feedback only, hold short instructions. Notice to our emissions.
Okay.
Lee County Board.
After you finish your after start checklist, you go over to your taxi checklist. That includes getting clearance from ground to taxi. That sounds like this.
This is going over 850 Foxtrot Sierra at Paragon, looking for VFR West with Kilo.
Number 850 Foxtrot Sierra, page ground runway 23, taxi via Delta 2, Alpha 3, Bravo Alpha, cross runway 31.
Delta 2, Alpha 3, Bravo Alpha, cross runway 31 for 0 Foxtrot Sierra.
Thanks for your feedback, right.
After we've got our clearance and we finish our taxi checklist, we're ready to go. Once you pull up to the runway, what you got to do is get your run-up checklist, and what this is making sure that the plane is in correct shape to take off. And then after you get your run-up complete, what you have to do is switch over to tower and let them know that you are ready for departure, and that's going to sound something like this.
Page tower over 850 Foxtrot, number 2 at Alpha 6, ready for departure.
850 Foxtrot Sierra Tower, hold short, runway 23, landing track.
Only short 230 Foxtrot, 0.
After you let tower know you're ready for departure, you just got to wait for some runway to clear up and you got to get cleared for departure. In today's case, there was a lot of air traffic, so we sat here for a good 25 minutes before we were cleared. We saw some cool planes land, but that's about it. We sat here for a long time. So I'm going to skip over to when we were cleared for takeoff. See you then.
850 Foxtrot Sierra, right turn approved, runway 23, clear for takeoff.
Left turn approved, runway 23, clear for takeoff, 0 Foxtrot Sierra.
700 Bravo Tower, near midfield, runway 23.
Alright, lights, camera, action. Cool, cool.
65 wind, turn base, runway 23, clear to land.
Downwind, 23.
3606, thank you.
Alright, he goes on the floor. Yep. Go. Alright, airspeed alive, and the green. Right rudder 60, rotate. Good. More right rudder. Yeah, good. 76. Pitch up for 76.
That's 469, fly runway heading, runway 23, clear for takeoff. Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, runway 23 at Charlie.
And then the west is in line with the roads. Yep. So at 500, I will do that. Very good. Start that now.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get some nice updrafts over the land today. It's a little hotter.
Now we're going to go fly over to the practice area so we can work on our maneuvers. So enjoy this little time lapse here and see you over at the practice area. The first maneuver we're going to work on when we get over to the practice area is going to be slow flight, and that's basically flying at a slow airspeed while still maintaining your altitude.
Let's go ahead and initiate some slow flight clean configuration.
Alright, so do we need to do our chaps before that?
Yep, very good, so let's run through that.
This is a maneuvering checklist, also known as a CHAPS checklist. It involves clearing turns, altitude, heading, power settings, and safety belts, just to ensure that you're safe while doing these maneuvers. So here I am going through my CHAPS checklist. The power setting used to initiate slow flight is 1500 RPM, so here I am putting in 1500 RPM to initiate slow flight.
Fort Myers Barracks area 50 Foxtrot here, White Piper Archer 2500 between South Pine Island North, the Sanibel, heading north, slow flight Fort Myers. Yeah, we're gonna do a nice slow flight turn to the north in a second.
Okay.
Alright, so let's get back up to 25 there.
Once you adjust your power to 1500 RPM, the plane's going to obviously start slowing down, and what you need to do is pitch up to maintain your altitude, and then slow flight, the cruise speed is 60 knots, so I'm trying to get to 60 knots.
We'll stick at 2,500 feet. Because next we're going to do slow flight in specified configuration. So we'll just give it a second for airspeed to build back up. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and do slow flight and specified.
In this plane, slow flight and specified is the same, but with the use of flaps.
So below 102 knots, let's go ahead and put that first degree of flaps in. Now we're waiting to below 86. We can put the last 2 notches back.
Okay.
Alright, cool. And now we're pitching for about 55, so you want to kind of lead that power if you want to put some more in there. Yeah. You can kind of pitch forward to help with that altitude there.
The next maneuver we're going to do is going to be a power off stall, and this is done in landing configuration, so it's going to be using flaps and a low power setting.
Okay. Alright, so we gotta go 1500 as well.
Salty approach. Automated advisory. Wind 190 at 7 knots with gusts to 15. Temperature 27 Celsius. 2.24 Celsius. Altimeter 3006. Density altitude 1600.
Alright, nice. Just watch that hang a little bit there. Good. Remember, idle first. Yeah, we'll pitch back.
Understood. Traffic start 7060 Quebec, 5.5 miles southwest of Homestead, 2000.
Feel that best in here, and we'll go recover. Nice. So you have the setup there too. Just remember to pitch forward to recapture 65, because remember you're kind of like, all right, now I'm coming into land here.
Yeah.
And then you count 1, 2, 3 at 65, idle, and then pitch back.
Okay.
So otherwise, setup was good with that for airspeed and flaps. But cool, let's go do another one, 2600, and we'll just stay on this south heading.
Okay. Alright, so... And then it's 86 for the flaps, right?
For the second notch.
Okay.
102 for first notch.
Okay.
And then below 86, you can put the last two in. Nice, and then pitch forward a little bit to get that 65. Let's pitch forward. Yeah, there we go. So we're coming in, pick a point out there, like, all right, so we're approaching, we're landing here.
Alright, and then idle.
Good.
And pitch up.
And the first indication of a stall, I want you to recover.
Okay.
Nice.
The next maneuver we're going to do is going to be an emergency descent, and this is typically done if you have a sick passenger or if you yourself as the pilot is feeling symptoms of hypoxia, which is a lack of oxygen because your altitude is too high. What an emergency descent consists of is 30-degree bank turns to the left and right alternating. Once you hit 30 degrees on one side, you alternate to the other side. And it's also a descent, obviously, so you're going down rapidly to increase the amount of oxygen that you're getting or your passenger is getting. You also want to try to be maintaining your VNO speed while doing this. Alright, so now we got all of our maneuvers done and we're going to head back to the airport to do some touch and goes. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be doing our approach checklist, and this is just getting everything ready for our arrival back at the airport. And part of that is getting your clearance to enter the traffic pattern, and that's what we're going to be doing right now.
Place tower number 850 Foxtrot Sierra, 10 miles west for touch and goes with Lima.
850 Foxtrot Sierra, page tower, into the right, downwind, runway 23.
Right down runway 230 Foxtrot Sierra.
Cool.
So the next thing you're going to hear me do is when I get to the airport, I'm going to report a midfield downwind, which basically means I'm in the traffic pattern and I'm about midfield at the airport, so in the middle of the airport.
Touchdown number 850 Foxtrot Sierra, reporting midfield downwind.
850 Foxtrot Sierra, extend your downwind, call your base number 2 to follow caravan on a 3-mile final.
Extend my downwind, you'll call my base, looking for traffic, 850 Foxtrot Sierra.
Now we are in the traffic pattern, which means we're set up to land, and all we have to do now is make a right turn and then another right turn, and we'll be lined up with the runway. So there's our base turn, which is the first right turn we'll make. And then here we are turning on to final. So I'll let you guys see this landing here. Not gonna lie, it's not the best, but you know, that's what we're in flight school for.
70 Quebec, turn left at Echo, ground point 7.
Left at Echo, ground point 7. Cool, cool.
Page tower, Skyhawk 20504 at Alpha 6, ready for departure.
20504 tower, hold short, runway 23, landing traffic.
Holding short, runway 23, 20504.
Oh, Claudia.
777 Golf, ready, hold short 23. 77 Golf Tower, hold short, runway 23, landing traffic. Hold short.
Page Tower, clear check 466, have that traffic in sight.
Clear check 466, roger. Follow that Cessna number 2, runway 23, clear touch and go.
Number 2, runway 23.
Good, yeah.
This will be a full stop, crew check.
Okay, so keep the nose down.
466, roger, runway 23, clear to land.
Dang, well, yeah, flaps down, full power.
That was just overcorrection.
So that was not very good, like I said, but you know, we all make mistakes, we all have bad landings, so I'm not too worried about it because it is a touch and go after all, which means we're going to be going right back in the traffic pattern, doing exactly what we did before, and then giving another shot. This one wasn't as bad as the last one, so I'm excited about that one, and I will see you guys on the runway.
Yeah, I think I got the approach all handled. Like, everything feels good until I get over the numbers.
Hold on, take up pops number 1.
Sorry, what's that? I think I got like the approach handled and everything. Everything feels good until I get over the numbers.
Alright, cool. So you got this here. We're coming a little bit, you know, keep it doing what you're doing here.
3 at Alpha 6.
I'll let you know if there's anything we need to correct.
3 Juliet Bravo, I did not want you to turn final. I need you to make a left turn now, heading 130.
Left turn 130. Yeah, the Class C is right in front of us.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want you turning south.
You had us going directly to the Class C, inner circle, 533 Juliet Bravo.
3 Juliet Bravo, you're below the Class Charlie airspace. That heading would put you where I need you to be, and then I'll turn you back eastbound into the final. Right now, you're headed for citation.
Okay, 533 Bravo.
So since we're a little high here, let's go to just during the point. We're going to use the 500 footers.
9 miles to the north, coming in for a full stop with information, Lima.
Yeah, so probably cut power and just kind of pitch.
Tower. Enter midfield right down
right there. Yeah.
Midfield right downwind for 23, clear check.
Good, a little bit of power here.
Okay, 3 Juliet Bravo, now you can make a right turn eastbound to join the final.
Right there.
Eastbound join final, 533 Juliet Bravo for 23.
And then don't pull back just yet. Keep it right here now, pull back. Good.
Woo! Yeah, that was great.
Nice.
231 Golf Golf with you just inside of Columbus bound.
Let's see where we want
Golf Golf.
After you land the plane, you turn it off onto the taxiway, get your taxi clearance, taxi back to parking, shut down the plane, tie down the plane, and you're good to go. I just want to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I just want to inspire people who haven't been able to see what flying looks like to fly. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you again.